So, you're staring up at the stars wondering if we're alone in the universe, and suddenly, bam, ET slides into your DMs. What's next? Intergalactic BFFs, an alien throwdown, or something so mind-bending it makes TikTok trends look normal? First contact stories are where sci-fi gets wild, and today I'm breaking down 5 epic books to scratch that alien counter itch. What does that mean? I have no idea. These stories aren't just about aliens swooping in and stealing our cows or whatever. These stories are all about us, our curiosity, our fears, and that little spark of hope, or maybe sheer panic, that we're not alone and whatever's out there is bigger, smarter, and probably way cooler than us. So I've rounded up 5 killer must-read first contact books that'll take you on a ride from deep philosophical what-ifs to absolute galaxy-level chaos. Oh, and I've got some honourable mentions too, because narrowing this list down felt like trying to choose between Kirk and Picard. I'm actually a Janeway man. Hashtag no apologies. Also, the last book in this list flips the idea of first contact on its head, so make sure you stick around. So let's jump into it with a classic that's equal parts science, soul-searching and awe. Ladies and gentlemen, partake with me, if you will, in a thorough grokking of Contact by Carl Sagan. Contact by Carl Sagan, published in 1985, is the ultimate what-if about alien life. Like, what would it actually take to connect with extraterrestrials, and how would humanity handle it? The story follows Dr. Ellie Arroway, an astronomer who's not just brilliant but also ridiculously persistent. After years of scanning the skies for signals, she finally hits pay dirt, a message from the star Vega. But this isn't some intergalactic "hey, what's up?" It's a uber complicated transmission that sends Earth into a decoding frenzy. What starts as a science experiment quickly turns into a global competition fiercer than the Hunger Games, raising all the big questions about faith, science, and what it really means to be human. What makes Contact so amazing is how real it feels. Carl Sagan is an actual astrophysicist, and it shows. From the nerdy detail about radio telescopes to the political circus that would totally erupt if aliens popped in for a cuppa. It all feels legit. But the story is also packed with emotional beats, tons of heart, and dives into those giant cosmic questions. Who are we? And are we ready to meet someone or something off the scale stranger than ourselves? Next up, we're trading science for some good old alien diplomacy with The Mote in God's Eye by Larry Niven and Jerry Pournelle. Think First Contact, but way more political drama, and the kind of alien intrigue that gets more complicated than a Christopher Nolan movie. The Mote in God's Eye, first published in 1974, is often called one of the most realistic first contact stories in sci-fi, and honestly it earns that title. Picture humanity building itself a fancy interstellar empire with spaceships, political drama, and egos the size of planets. Things get interesting when humanity stumbles across an alien ship and meet their first extraterrestrial neighbours, the Motes. At first these aliens seem like the ultimate package. Smart, ridiculously creative, and way ahead of us tech-wise. What's more, they're willing to share their knowledge. What could go wrong? Well, a lot as it turns out. As the human crew gets to know their new friends, they start to uncover some very unsettling truths about the Motes' biology and culture. Let's just say their way of life might spell trouble, not just for themselves, but for everyone in the galaxy. The more humanity learns, the more the story shifts from, yay, all of our first contact dreams have come true, to, we're gonna need a bigger galaxy. What really makes this book a standout is how alien the Motes feel. They're entirely unique, biologically, mentally, and culturally. That makes understanding them a serious challenge for the humans, and the book dives deep into the messiness of communication, trust, and the ethical dilemmas that come with meeting a species that is so different. Alright, let's jump into something a bit more modern with a premise that'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Say Hello to Spin by Robert Charles Wilson. Spin, a Hugo winner from 2005, kicks off with one of the creepiest mysteries in sci-fi. One night, poof, the stars just disappear. Gone. Turns out Earth's been wrapped in this weird cosmic force field called the Spin, and it's messing with time big time. Inside the Spin, humans are all tra-la-la, everything's normal, but outside, millions of years zoom by in seconds. Basically, Earth's on a fast track to the apocalypse thanks to our aging sun. Naturally, everyone's left asking, who put us in this cosmic fish tank, and how do we Nemo our way out of it? But Spin isn't just about solving the mystery, it's about how people handle it when the universe basically gives them the finger. The story follows 3 childhood friends whose lives get completely tangled up in this global crisis. Scientists are scrambling to save humanity while these characters take their own approaches. Some go all in with obsessive ambition, others find unwavering faith, and some just straight up deny everything. Classic human chaos. What makes Spin so amazing is how it juggles mind-bending sci-fi concepts with raw emotional depth. Robert Charles Wilson doesn't just give you the whoa science moment, he makes you feel it too. Let's crank things up a notch with a story that doesn't just tackle first contact, it catapults us into an entirely other universe. Get ready to have your brain stretched in all directions. It's time for Iain by Greg Bear. Iain, first published in 1985, is the kind of sci-fi that grabs your brain, tosses it in a blender and hits puree. Seriously, this book doesn't just make you question reality, it makes you wonder if reality even has rules. It all starts when this massive asteroid waltzes into Earth's orbit like it owns the place, sending scientists and politicians into full-on meltdown mode. But it's not just some giant space rock, it's hollow. Inside there are endless corridors packed with alien tech and enough reality-bending discoveries to make even top-tier astrophysicists go. As an international team of scientists and explorers dig deeper, they uncover truths that don't just mess with physics, they tear the rulebook to shreds. What makes Iain different from the rest of the First Contact pack is its sheer scope. Most stories focus on meeting actual aliens, but Iain shifts the lens to what happens after we stumble on something truly incomprehensible in a different type of First Contact. Adding Cold War tensions boiling over on Earth, and you've got a backdrop where these discoveries could either unite humanity or completely destroy it. Before I reveal the final book on this list, here are 3 honourable mentions you shouldn't miss. Childhood's End is one of those sci-fi classics that sticks with you long after you've turned the last page. Published way back in 1953, it's still just as eerie and thought-provoking today. The story kicks off with giant alien ships suddenly parking themselves over major cities, as you do, and introduces humanity to the Overlords, an advanced alien species with mysterious motives. At first, the Overlords seem like the ultimate benevolent babysitters, guiding humanity toward a utopia free of war, poverty, and suffering. Sounds great, right? But as the story goes on, it becomes clear that the Overlords have their own agenda, and humanity is about to face a destiny that's as awe-inspiring as it is unsettling. Let's just say their version of helping us out is, well, it's complicated. The War of the Worlds, published in 1898, is the OG alien invasion story. Martian tripods show up, armed to the teeth, or tentacles, and proceed to wreak absolute havoc. Their advanced technology and ruthless efficiency make humanity look pretty fragile by comparison. What's amazing is how modern this story still feels. Wells captures the chaos, fear, and resilience of ordinary people in a way that hits hard even today. If you've ever loved a good alien invasion movie, thank The War of the Worlds. It wrote the playbook. If you want a First Contact story that's as chilling as it is brilliant, The 3-Body Problem is the book for you. Originally published in 2008 and translated into English in 2014, it starts during China's Cultural Revolution when a scientist stumbles upon a signal from an alien civilization called Trisolaris. The Trisolarans are in trouble, and they've got their sights set on Earth for survival. But, spoiler alert, they don't intend to play nice. Excession doesn't just give us aliens, he throws in physics, philosophy, political intrigue, and some truly mind-bending ideas. Last but not least, we're diving into the culture universe, where snarky AIs, alien-sized politics, and one seriously ancient mystery are about to collide. Excession, published in 1996, is a wild ride into the mind-blowing world of Iain M. Banks' culture series. At the centre of the chaos is the Excession itself, a mysterious alien artifact so advanced that even the hyper-intelligent AI minds of the culture are left scratching their interdimensional, metaphorical heads. Its sudden arrival in culture space doesn't just raise questions, it stirs up political scheming, hidden agendas, and enough drama to rival a season of Dynasty. What makes Excession stand out is how it flips the usual First Contact on its head. Forget humanity's perspective, this is all about the culture, an advanced post-scarcity civilization where sentient AIs and biological beings coexist in mostly harmonious chaos. Banks takes you deep into the mind's world where debates about how to handle the outside context problem that is the Excession range from philosophical musings to some seriously shady power plays. These AI minds are witty, sarcastic, and way smarter than humans, making their conversations some of the best parts of the book and will likely make you make this noise. Banks masterfully juggles all of this with his signature blend of humour, action, and deep existential questions. What do you do when you encounter something you can't understand? Do you fear it, worship it, weaponize it? The culture's response is just as messy and fascinating as you'd hope. These First Contact sci-fi books will blow your mind and keep your to-be-read pile dangerously tall. Sorry about that. Have you got a favourite First Contact book I didn't mention? Drop your recommendations in the comments. I'm always on the hunt for my next sci-fi obsession. And if you're still on the hunt for your next sci-fi great read, why not check out this next video on introspective sci-fi books that will make you question everything. Thanks so much for watching. If you're craving an extraordinary journey through realms unexplored, consider delving into universes directly out of my brain by checking out my sci-fi novels Black Milk and Delphine Descends. You can find more details in the description. Thanks for your support.